Hey there, Taurus. So this is your forecast taking you from the new moon in Gemini on the 27th, right the way through to the full moon in Sagittarius on the 11th of June. Now, if you're new to this channel, you'll know, you won't know, I'm Louisa Munson. Welcome. If you've been here before, you'll know that Feel Good Astrology, the whole idea of these forecasts is to help you manage the planetary cycles in a way that works for you. So hopefully that's what you'll get from this particular forecast. Now, the way I do this is these are really designed for your ascendant sign. If you don't know what it is, you can also look at your sun sign. But if you do want to know your ascendant, I do recommend you go to astro.com and set up your birth chart. And it's easy. You just put in the time, the date, and the place of birth, and it will tell you everything you need to know. But you can use this if you are a Taurus ascendant or a Taurus sun. So knock yourself out. Anyway, this is quite an important time in this forecast for you because, and I'm going to bring this slide up because in this new moon to full moon forecast, what we're examining is how the energies are really going from the air energies. This new moon in Gemini is totally air. You know, it's got 5 planets in the sign of air. And as we're moving to the fire energy of the full moon in Sagittarius, it's like the air drops away. There's really not much air. There's only 2 sort of airy bits at the end. Moreover, we're going from a highly stylized and connected new moon constellation, and we're going to a time that looks quite chaotic and active and quite energetic. And so there's a lot of things going on, including Jupiter moving signs. We've got Venus, your ruler, moving signs. We've also got Mercury moving signs. There's a lot of stuff happening. So anyway, let's have a look at these charts. Actually, just before I do it, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that supports my channel and also my membership. However you choose to support Feel Good Astrology and me, I really, really love and adore you for it. So thank you. Thank you so much. So anyway, Taurus, I'm looking at the new moon in Gemini chart. This is it. Like I said, it looks highly stylized. The aspects, you know, we've got these lovely long trines which are showing where things are easy. And we've also got these sextiles really showing where there's some building block action, you know, where there's little supports and, you know, you add one little support, another little support, and then before you know it, something great is happening and occurring. So I do think this is an important time. And this is starting your 2-week forecast with quite a splash. I mean, let's face it, the new moon is happening in your second house. You know, the second house is about your earnings. Like, how do you earn money? How do you make yourself richer? How do you feel really well resourced? So there's a lot about earnings here, but it's more than that. It's also, how do you value yourself? You know, what's your self-esteem like? How is that working for you? So there's a lot of emphasis here. And then as we look at the rather chaotic looking chart of the full moon in Sagittarius, you'll see that the energy is moving out to the 8th house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes all the way around 1 to 12. But this 8th house energy is absolutely feeling the stress of the shared resources that you might have with people. Those include the bank, tax offices, your partner, your parents, if there's an inheritance, or your siblings, if you're fighting over things. You know, it really shows the sort of chaos that comes with the shared values. And speaking about that, what are the values that other people hold on you? You know, how do they value you? Do you feel valued? So there's a lot in this 2 weeks really examining the value that you're experiencing in life right now. So if I was in your shoes, that is, I think, where I put my focus. And I do, you know, seeing that at the start of this, Venus, your ruling planet, is in the 12th house in the sign of Aries. You know, she's in quite a wistful and intuitive place. She's moving into into Taurus on the 6th. So it's a good 10 days into this forecast. And so what I really understand here is the first part of this forecast, the first just over a week, you're really sort of feeling the intuition of things. You're really maybe thinking about the intuition of the value that you're bringing in life. Maybe there's old memories and stuff coming back. It wouldn't surprise me because with Neptune recently coming in and then Saturn really recently, like a few days ago, coming into this sign, this part of your chart, it's really unlocking all of your memories and unlocking past pain, past hurts, but also past successes. Funny thing is, when we think back about the past successes and the past pain, isn't it funny how most of us, and I'd love to hear that I'm wrong, really would, but most of us, I know, I hold my hand up here, I have much stronger memories of the things that have gone badly and much lighter memories of the things that have gone well. Isn't that funny how that works? So I do think the first 6 to 10 days are really wistful. Now, Mars is strengthening Venus and also strengthening the possible pain that is being awoken in this first week. Mars is really sat in the fourth house, really helping you to ground. To me, it's saying that when you're at home, you can start to work things out, that you're really wanting some familiarity, that you're really needing some calm and peace and quiet. So that is where I would put my efforts and my attention in this first week. In particular on the first. Now, the first is actually, I think, quite a beneficial day. On that particular day, Venus is making a conjunction to Chiron in this very secret part of your chart. And I think something that maybe you had laid to rest, but maybe hadn't fully laid it to rest, it's that day where you get to fully close the door on it or integrate it, whatever is working for you. It's also the day when we've got a Mercury cazimi. So when Mercury and the Sun are coming together in the second house. To me, anywhere where you can work on your self-worth, in as much as you can recognize where you're not standing for yourself and where you're letting awful things happen to yourself because you're not saying no. Anywhere where you're sabotaging your the value that might reach you in life and the love and support that might reach you in life because you're not treating yourself as if you're important. All of those things I think are up for examination. And I think you could have some really great kind of sort of I can't even think of I can't even think of the words, but I think that there is this kind of flash of insight that can come in on the first. I think there's a real sort of like deep and quick knowing that can move you through this. I'm now going to move to the 6th, and this is really in our second part of the week. You'll see there's loads and loads and loads of different energies going on, lots of different aspects. But this, and within 3 days, we've got Venus moving into Taurus. We've got Mercury moving into the sign of Cancer, and also Jupiter moving into the sign of Cancer. So it's like boom, 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 energetic reset after reset after reset. So this second week is the most important. So I'm actually going to move towards the full moon in Sagittarius chart, so you can see it a little bit easier. So when Venus is coming into your own sign on the 6th, this is really symbolizing that it's time to kind of wake up a little bit, roll your shoulders back, massage your face, stretch. And it's a time to awaken back into your body. It's a time to really revitalize how you're feeling in yourself, which I think is great. Then, soon after, we've got this lovely conjunction between Mercury and Jupiter. Then Mercury comes into Cancer and then Jupiter comes in. So to me, there's this movement forwards, movement out of this place of your imagination and intuition and possible hurts that are holding you back from fully expressing yourself and earning more money and feeling a lot more stable. And then where you're moving to is this sense of joy to be yourself and a sense of fun belonging. So isn't that funny? Like the first week is kind of I think really in your imagination and using the power of your intelligence and creativity. And as you're coming forwards, it feels a lot more physical. So Jupiter and Mercury coming into your 3rd house in the sign of Cancer, I think is going to make your world feel much bigger. I really feel like you're going to be out and about, meeting friends, and noticing the heart connection between you. I think conversations are going to flow. And so to me, it's a real activity. It's a real sort of moving forwards. And as you're prettifying yourself and feeling a lot more confident in your body, the Venus coming into your own sign or into this 1st house, I always see it as a bit of a facelift. It's like a cosmic magical facelift. It's showing everyone that we're at ease. So yeah, as we're coming up to the full moon, I think there is this sense of ease. And this is where I just want to finish off really. And that is to talk about ease, because as we come up to the full moon in Sagittarius, it's in a very uncomfortable place. This full moon is opening the door to any kind of family issue, any kind of issue to do with assets you share with somebody else, your salary, anything that is coming in, like taxes and things like that. To me, it's like opening up Pandora's box. This full moon in Sagittarius is going to open up anything that you've kept hidden in Pandora's box, and you've tried to like really keep that lid on. But to me, it just feels like I don't want to say the whole of the world's evil comes out, but to me, it's significant. I really think it's showing you where there is still more loving to give yourself. So anything that comes up at that time, please don't take it too seriously. It's just another. I'm really thinking of a volcano here that you've erupted already. You've let so much out, but there's other stuff coming up. It's just coming up to breathe. It's coming up to be released, so that you feel a lot more alive and a lot more, free of the stagnation that has occurred in you over time. So anything to do with your value in life and how other people are seeing you, trust me, any discomfort around this is just showing you where you need to love yourself that bit harder and that bit stronger. So I'm going to leave that there. But before I go, you might find that it would be useful to get a relationship forecast, like I do relationship and connection forecasts for every sign of the zodiac for this particular period in time between the new moon and the full moon. I also do that then on the full moon to the new moon. I also do career and ambition forecasts. And if you would like to get an even deeper dive where I look at these same charts, but from a different perspective and drill down even deeper, if you find this useful, then these other ones I think will be much more useful. So I've got a membership. It's hosted at school. So it's school.com/Feel Good Astrology. It's $22 a month. You get your first week for free. But within that, you get fortnightly forecasts. So you get 2 every 2 weeks. So you get a love and a career times 2. So you get 4 in total every month. I'm now also doing a daily 5-minute forecast, which I post the day before. So you've got something to wake up to and know, okay, this is what's coming up. So I think is helpful. I also do every fortnight, every 2 weeks, I do a groupinar. So like a webinar for us. It's not a strict webinar. It's how we're exploring charts together. I use different astrological techniques or theories, and we examine them together. And we might examine if there's a really important, like recently I did a Saturn in Aries one. I then looked at parents and how they show up in our charts. We've done all sorts of investigations. So you're welcome to join us for those where we learn and explore. And then the replays are posted in the group as well. I also have a drop in, if you need to ask me something, I will be at this place at a particular time. And if you have considered a consultation with me, you get 20% off, which I think is quite a nice little discount. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, all you need to do is go to www.school.com/Feel Good Astrology. So anyway, there you go, Taurus. I hope that was helpful for you and giving you some heads up. Like I said right at the start, if you want the deeper dive about the actual overall energy for all of the signs, from the airy moon to the fiery moon and the Sabian symbols and a lot more astrological stuff, then please do check out my From Air to Fire video with that very weird split screen thumbnail. But anyway, loads and loads of love to you. Take care and catch you next time. Bye for now.